see that DC will be banning out that whip. Puck and Dazzle as your 1-2 coming out from DC side. Obviously could be maybe a Forev Puck. I've never seen Forev really play the puck personally, but you know, for a lot of the other teams, they've used that as a versatility option for the early part of the draft.
Yeah, it seems we've seen Drow and Puck lineups versus DC, but you rarely see DC actually playing that lineup themselves.
Do you think DC will go into a Drow lineup? No?
I think it's up to, if Freedom bans the Drow, then I think after those 2 bans, if it's not banned,
I don't like it. You have Dazzle and Drow. I don't think that's strong. That's a really weak lane.
Yeah.
You have 2 squishy heroes.
And
especially, and the first night starts at 4 minutes, and then you have a Night Stalker, yet you can't do anything about it. They can just run you over there.
And this is pretty standard, just your position 4 plus a Disruptor, especially like with Night Stalker. The Vision plus Glimpse, they're setting up to just run at people already. Maybe they won't, but I already like Team Freedom's a little bit of a setup here first. A little better than DC's. I just don't like Dazzle as a hero, as a first pick hero.
Look at the CCNC's profile picture. It says I'm a star already.
Star? He is a star.
Yes.
They do ban that Drow.
Yeah, I think. It's a playstyle that can just run over you. Even if you play well, if they just play a little better and take all the towers, you're in for trouble. You don't want to all in like that.
What about Lina ban here? They banned out the Ember Spirit, but Lina's still out on the table. Queen of Pain's still out on the table.
Yeah, that Ember ban's really interesting.
Peculiar.
Because a lot of us don't like that hero here, but it's still getting picked up. Like Planet Odd picked it up a ton. Even DC picked it up once.
Yeah, that's why Planet Odd is out.
True.
I'm not a huge fan of the Ember Spirit.
We saw it.
But
yeah, we saw it did win early. Planet Dog did pick it, and that Ember Spirit went crazy.
Planet Dog had really weird heroes picking. I feel like they were not prepared with something deeper. Maybe they're gonna get it out.
Interesting. Okay, well, before that, you know, we saw Complexity just flat out first phase ban the Meepo every game against DC. Freedom at first seemed like they might just like either welcome it, the opportunity, prepare for it, or in this case, they'll just ban it out in the second phase. But DC moved forward with an intriguing pickup here in the Spirit Breaker grab for what looks like Bulba, and I don't think I've seen Bulba play Spirit Breaker much, at least in this qualifier run.
I want Axe to be picked by Team Freedom just to dunk the Dazzle. It's still good.
It seems like a simple thing to say, like people are like, oh, he can go through but Grave, but it really is a big thing when those Graved heroes like last game were just living with 1 HP, a simple hero like Axe.
Yeah, and I mean, you just need, you can even start in the jungle first 2-3 minutes, then you just come to the lane, level 3, okay, then you go for something different.
Sorry, not something exciting like an Axe, you get a Darkseer.
Yeah, but that, what I wanted to say is like you show on the lane at, let's say, 3-minute mark, and you have a Night Stalker rotating in the next minute.
I just want to say that this is definitely the no pupil meta, okay? Alright, I'm done.
No, you're good. Oh man, Darkseer, wasn't this the one game we saw Freedom lose when they gave Snake King kind of a not do shit hero, such as
they had
Darkseer?
They had the Earth Spirit yesterday as part of this as well, but
yeah.
I like the dual lane potential coming out from this. So Yeah, he's still not on, like, you know, maybe one of those stunning initiators that we've seen him play so well, but I feel like they can be very active in this lane if it starts off as a duel, depending on whether they need to protect CCNC mid.
Do you think any part of it was a denied pick, or is that too bold to call? I mean, Darkseer could have fit. Okay, let's say this wasn't
Darkseer
big.
Spearbreaker is a nasty lane as well, but
pretty nasty setup.
it feels like 4 heroes. You want to say Darkseer Nightstalker is a good dual lane, but when's the last time you've actually seen a not dual lane middle with the Nightstalker? Every time Nightstalker's picked, he's just going mid, like immediately to start. So.
All right, Lifestealer coming out. You have the puck already. Even a Spearbreaker can work as your dirty little vehicle.
Yep, and you know, I heard talkings around that people were actually looking at the Red draft, and I mean, Red was the only team who really beat Freedom. People wanted to see how it like really worked actually, because Freedom picked a draft sort of like this, and Spearbreaker is a hero that can get in and cause chaos.
Spirit.
And Freedom doesn't really like getting ran at. They want to do the running.
Storm Spirit coming out for CCNC.
Really
wasn't it? Remember yesterday, I think we were all saying we were not a big fan of the Storm Spirit pickup.
Silencer, Nightstalker.
And that time, yeah, you were against a Silencer and a Nightstalker. This time you only have like Puck to really worry about in the lockdown, you know?
Well, not really. It's, again, hard game for Storm. You have a Puck with Nikes in him. You have Spiritbreaker plus Lifestealer against the Puck. So hard to survive for Storm. We'll see. They have a sendback from Disruptor. They have a good division hero, so...
And they'll have a mech on Darkseer, just for that little save, possibly.
No mana support, though, that you usually would like to have with your Storm. But,
but even if your Storm is, like, super farmed during the, let's say, 20 minutes, if he has Orchid and Bloodstone, he still can die for Puck and Lifestealer combo. Because he doesn't have offensive items.
Yeah, we saw it last game, right? The only mistakes we said they made were kind of CCNC had like those 2 really questionable deaths on Storm, so I think if CCNC just plays safer, he might have a better game than last time even. It's gonna be interesting.
was the last time we were alone? China, probably.
China. Star Ladder.
Star Ladder, yeah.
ESM. I mean, we went over brief.
When was the last time we were alone? China, probably.
China. Star Ladder.
Star Ladder, yeah.
ESM. I mean, we went over brief.
When was the last time we were alone? China, probably.
China. Star Ladder.
Star Ladder, yeah.
ESM. I mean, we went over brief.
When was the last time we were alone? China, probably.
China.
Testing
Star Ladder.
Star Ladder,
Spirit
yeah.
Breaker
Charging,
ESM.
And Diversol also can
I mean, we went over brief.
charge from far away as well. So once the Bloodstone is on Timber and
The last time we were alone.
Snarlet,
China, probably. China.
What makes
Star
this the
Ladder.
right
Star
game?
Ladder, yeah.
Charge
ESM.
To decide.
I don't feel
I mean, we went over brief.
charge from far away as well. So once the Bloodstone is on Timber and
The last time we were alone.
the scale
China, probably. China. Star Ladder. Star Ladder, yeah. ESM. I mean, we went over brief.
They all bring what? Like lockdown, so they
Once the
can't take over
Bloodstone on sandbags from Timber
Yeah.
with
The last time we were alone. China, probably. China. Star Ladder. Star Ladder, yeah. ESM.
That's what this is like a little bit of a suspect.
I mean, we went over brief.
They are from lockdown, so they
Once the Bloodstone on sandbags from Timber
The last time we were alone. China, probably. China. Star Ladder. Star Ladder, yeah. ESM. I mean, we went over brief. They are from lockdown.
Once the Bloodstone on sandbags from Timber
The last time we were alone. China, probably. Star Ladder. Star Ladder, yeah. ESM. I mean, we went over brief. They are from lockdown.
Once the Bloodstone on sandbags from Timber
The last time we were alone. China, probably. Star Ladder. Star Ladder, yeah. ESM. I mean, we went over brief. They are from lockdown.
Once the Bloodstone on sandbags.
Gas Dota action here, and already we get underway. Early movement from supports to get these wards down, and it's going to be spotted out. Bulbin knows something's fishy. He'll see Stan King. He'll see that Stan King does not have an ops ward, and he might just figure that one may have been planted. It wasn't that long ago, Lacoste, that this was just really never a part of the game of Dota. People didn't used to TP out early to get wards
Yeah,
down.
because
did they?
TP cost was 75 gold. Now it's less, so I guess that's why people are TPing. And Dota was not on that high level, and you did not get the gold from killing the wards before.
That's true.
That's why. Yeah,
That's true.
there was no point. Now you use the sentry, you get the gold back, so and the XP.
As a support player, or for Ev, which is going to be the off-lane matchup to kind of keep a bit of an eye on here. He goes in with the early 4-man shield. He's got some tangos to work with. He's going to be expected to be taking quite a bit of harassment through the laning phase.
What is the best morale boost you had when you were playing the pub? I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Should I go first?
No, please, because I
You
don't
need
know.
to think of.
I'll have to think of mine.
So
for
we're
sure.
defending a base, losing a game pretty much.
Set free. And begins to head his way towards the mid lane. Yet to invest the point here. Maybe waiting to see if that setup is even possible or not. Now there's an opportunity. Still not to the point yet. This has to be like on the radar for DC. Okay, he goes in for it now. Quickly hits it, tries to go for the silence, but then that's when Bulba pops out from the dark, charges on in, and puts his focus fully onto CCNC, and he alone will be able to ward off the pressure from that mid lane. As it happens though, Rev feels more confident kind of diving in through this bottom lane. Pressuring you Stan King and you are.
Stan King is having a time of his life on top lane, 26 CS.
Mid lane they committed the coil onto CCNC. They snaps the coil, walking back under the tower, but there's going to be no kill for it.
They're going to use the shrine and come back, same goes for DC's heroes.
It's got to feel pretty good if you're Team Freedom there. I'd imagine when you're committing a coil like that, you're banking on getting the kill. They will also have to tag back and hit the shrine too. A good opening opportunity for Rev to kind of be able to work through the lane here until Flea makes a new impact in the laning phase.
I love the build on Storm Spirit. He went one Electric Vortex, so he can pull them for the extra few hits, especially if Night Stalker will. Night Stalker is on bottom.
Yes, he is. He's got an Ion Shell. Stan King already set up with a Thunder Strike. He could glimpse back if necessary, and there it is, pulling him away from the Dazzle, who is able to get the Grave off, but he's starting to run away from his friends, and then he will be quickly dealt with. Yawar is able to pick up that kill.
He should have TP'd immediately. He had one ready. After Raven, there was nothing to stop him TP. Already. Minutes in, it's So good thing. He has boots, wand, fused raindrop. He will upgrade it to Urn. So good.
Bottom lane, pressure coming in onto Ferev, who's ducking out behind this tower, now trying to timber chain backing away towards the side of Dubu. Looks like he'll be good. Starting to tank up a bit so he can feel more comfortable making those kind of moves. And before that, we saw an attempt made onto Snaking here. Abed was almost able to catch him off at that bounty rune and take him down, but game sense there from Snaking. And a good ward also, I imagine, that was able to kind of catch out that interaction. We have CCNC now on his Storm Spirit about level 7.5, so kill participation by him is probably going to be coming here in the near future. He has that TP ready to go, just in case something is to break out. He may be able to rotate over, and it looks like something may break out here, Lacoste. We have a smoke coming in from DC towards the bottom lane. Stan King has spotted it out, and it looks like he'll be the one to tank the gank. He has sent Bulba all the way back, but Abed will be able to jump on forward and get the finish.
Abed is levels above Storm Spirit, now 1.5. There's another charge coming.
Mid lane, it's onto CCNC here. Abed's there. He actually has the coil.
He's baiting him.
He's baiting him real good. Drop the coil now. Oh, the bump's gonna connect. Can he get close enough? Does he want to commit anything else?
No. He doesn't want to use the coil. He can just zip out. He will still get stunned.
That's true. That's true. He's hoping to get close enough for Rift. Even then, it's harder to say.
Well, at least Foreb is doing good on the bottom lane. So he's 2-0. They need to have Disruptor level 6 to actually kill him right now, or have Night Stalker to defend.
Dubu will be able to snag up that haste rune right in the face of Flea and be able to head back bottom to the side of Ferev. He's been totally delegated to this bottom lane by the side of Ferev. I don't think we've seen Dubu really do too much else. Where we saw more success, you know, in the last series where we saw him be a bit more proactive and moving around. Do you just think that is not necessary this game, that his position should be here where it is in the bottom lane?
Yeah, Nyx is not threatening the top until Disruptor is level 6, or it's nighttime, so the silence lasts longer on Night Stalker. He's just there, saving 1 point if needed for Poison Touch. He should not get it anymore. Yeah, that's...
Charge in from Bulba, which King, but Ferev is already committed into the action. Snaking will be able to surge himself out and around and avoid the trouble. Stan King, that defensive support, continues to hide within those trees and be there the moment in need.
The problem Stalker could fly over, and because he has a good vision, and he needs to silence the Dazzle. They already committed Disruptor ulti on Nike, so there's no need. A little bit of misplay there, which costed them just to waste a lot of times and spells. But also good armor toggle by Lifestealer.
Man, he got so angry at Stan King that he even tried to make that fight happen that he just turned around and beat him down in 3 punches.
He went for Echo Saber build. That's not usually what you see on Nikes, especially when you don't have a hero like Magnus or I would say Invoker, so you put a Alacrity on him, so you have that double hit with a cleave.
Yeah.
Maybe just more burst damage. Tesso into AC, I guess. A Basher, they want to lock down for a storm.
They found Flea. Flea was moving in, trying to get a hold of that Invis rune. Snake King shows up. They're all spread in. He wants to chop at him a bit with his Ion Shell, but they're moving in hard. He helps out with the pipe. Now the move's there from CCNC. Coming in from behind, but with the vacuum, they quickly take out Bulba. Static Storm going to be dropped, but it doesn't find anyone to lock inside. Forev now wants to get into the fight. Moving in, trying to slash apart Snake King here. They need a bit more, and they will get it. Abed from the back end side moves in and pops out all of the damage to be able to clean things up.
Lifestealer, so tanky. 2k HP. Even went for damage on the talent tree. Feels like he's tanky enough.
Boy, oh boy.
This troll needs to get back into the game somehow. He's sitting on 9k net worth, but still I don't feel like he's doing that much.
That a couple of times, but outside of farming, I don't think he was there to participate in the kills. He's there to participate globally with his ult, but yeah, it really hasn't been on the positive end of a lot of the action for Freedom for what has been going positively for them. CCNC, looks like they're pinging right on Perez's positioning here. Flea's trying to rush his way that direction, but CCNC has found a juicier target in Dubu. Moves right in, pulls him back, and Flea will tag him up with a silence just to be safe.
With Yule Scepter finished on Puck, he can remove the silence from Night Stalker, he can survive longer in the Static Storm. Puck is so hard to kill right now. Okay, now good that Night Stalker switched to that build I was talking about.
Yeah.
Just go get that Solar Crest against the bomb.
Yeah, that's a good call. Five position 6 almost.
Jesus Christ, this Nyx is also so
the lords and stuff. Yeah, he's almost got these guys like Deso done nearly.
Yeah, it is
Deso. Woo. And Mason is huge. I don't know how much kiting power Freedom have. Of course, CCNC has a lot, but for the others, they have to kind of be in the midst of the action and in the scary path of this Mason Lifestealer. And all that could be set up, of course, by Abed. Plus, you have Forev, though. Forev personally has been able to make a huge mark in the game. He can still cause chaos in fights, and Team Freedom could have to just deal with them and allow Mason to really just do his own thing.
Team Freedom doesn't want to take a fight before the Orchid is finished, especially for that Nyx, and they have a lot of silences. They need to control the Dazzle in a fight. One of the silences either from Night Stalker or an Orchid, or just pull him so he can't get the Grave off, and he's such an easy target.
Here we go. Bed bomb.
Everyone has their items up, so both teams, they want to fight now. Guardian Greaves, Orchid. On the Team Freedom side, there's Deso, and you have, what else was finished?
For Freedom side?
Yeah, you have a
Diffusal
and Throat.
Yeah. Here's Freedom. They've smoked. They're heading right across their ancient camp. DC are up and over on the opposite side, thinking about their move inside the Roche pit, that they're not there. Freedom are going all the way up in wrap. DC now show themselves in the lane.
Did both teams
Radiant
just use a scan?
Radiant scan. Oh, they've spotted out
Now they can
Dazzle.
take a fight.
Yeah, they want to run in. Now there's no shallow grave. There's no Dazzle to worry about. They want to see what they can get a hold of here. And they spotted out Forev and Mason and a Bulba all cut into the Static Storm, but they're able to man fight it forward and take out CCNC super fast. Mason trying to survive. He hides within the Infest, pops it back out, and is now able to shred apart Freedom. Snake King, wounded and weak, trying to run back and away. CCNC could be back in about 4 seconds time, but this fight seems to be already over and in the favor of Digital Chaos.
If only Storm didn't die there, he's the only one that should not be focused in a fight because he doesn't have defensive items still. And the only thing they have to lock him down was that Puck silence, and the knives just right-click them, few clicks. That's pretty much it.
He died so fast. Now with that, DC are going to be rewarded with their own +1 objective, moving in for the Roche Pit. And with the help of that medallion, how hard Mason hits shouldn't take that long at all. And Freedom, though they may be kind of in the neighborhood, they are not going to go for any sort of player defense.
That was fight 4 versus 5. They still managed to lose it. Storm needs a defensive item. He doesn't want to commit to Yule Scepter. Might not be bad against Nyx and Spirit Breaker, plus to remove the silence from Puck. But what he's thinking, maybe even a BKB, not a bad idea. Plate Mail will give him some physical damage resistance against the bomb from Nyx and Puck. But still, they don't have a save hero on Team Freedom's side.
Yeah, once someone gets kind of focused, there's not much to be able to bail them out. Comes Freedom though, crawling their way through the bottom lane. They find an opportunity to make a quick jump play and take out the Dazzle. Free charge going to be earned for CCNC, but Bulba sets up an opportunity for a counterplay, charging into action. Now CNC is going to be left with very little to no mana to work with. Pop the pipe, Snake King Company all try to go for a run, but Abed's on the chase. They're going to be forcing out a Static Storm to try to zone them and keep them off. And it looks like it might be just enough to allow Freedom to escape, but these ults committed defensively to make it out is certainly not the best feeling for Freedom. That was all just for a Dazzle pickoff on the bottom.
Yeah, once again, I don't know if Dubu is doing that purposely, or they can still take a fight, they commit, waste a lot of mana, especially on Storm, and he's a low level, so he gets back into the game pretty much 20 seconds, 35 seconds, and they still have a tier 1 tower on bottom, so maybe that's what they wanted to do. So he can just TP on the bottom, and they reset the fight with him. Or you can say that he just fed a kill.
A lot of people were saying like Pi and how he beats and stuff like that is very similar to that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the a good side of it.
Yeah, then there is like some of these supports, if they're just so underfarmed and so malnourished, they'll come back into the game so fast that it might end up working even better by baiting out an early feed like that one. Here comes Digital Chaos sieging into the high ground, the first high ground push of this grand final, trying to take it into the Freedom, but Freedom already tagged up their first shrine. A hit onto Mason. Back inside, and now he wants to man fight a bit. There's going to be the coil committed plus the troll ulti. They're trying to hide within the coil, but then frantically move about, and finally they put their focus all onto Yawar, and they're going to be able to bring him down. He doesn't have a buyback, but otherwise he's going to be out for 50 seconds. CCNC dances in and out a bit, but already low on the mana. Mason's going to be happy to move right back in, go to work onto this tier 3. He still even holds his Aegis. Now they put their focus onto CCNC. They hit him with the silence, and he's going to be forced to deny. But he has no buyback, so he's out for 30. Jawar's back in action right now, but it's just looking disastrous for Freedom. This was looking all DC all day, moving in, forcing Flea back inside their fountain. It looks like they found an opportunity to make a move onto Bulba and take him out of the fight, but Mason is still working with the objective at hand. 2 more attacks should be able to take out the Rax. The first one, Forev will pay the price for it. He gets up to deny at the end too. Very nice.
This is the best way to, let's call it slow siege, especially when your Nyx is that farm and you have Aegis, especially like with Echo Saber. So you just go right click a few times, use a rage once last, I don't know, 6 seconds. When it's on 3 seconds left, you just go back, repeat it. So Team Freedom needs to take a fight there, or you're just gonna lose the Rax.
Now Freedom back, able to get themselves back out from the base once again. CCNC now down to 8 charges and a cooldown Bloodstone. But it is nighttime. They can go for one last little bit of action as he jumps up to the mid lane. Abed is able to get off the shift. Can they finish him off? No, the Grave comes off. They can't get to the Dazzle and silence him. All focused onto that puck. And now comes out another counterfight opportunity going for DC. They send Abed back and away. They get the coil onto Snaking. He goes for the TP and he will be able to make it out, but the focus down the mid lane is going to be on Stan King, and he will not be as fortunate. He goes down. Abed picks up that one, securing a killing spree for himself, and now possibly the tier 2 tower.
Storm just wants to skip the creeps so they don't have anything for the push cleared away. Already a charge committed.
TP jump. Okay, he's gone.
Still Aegis on the life stealer.
Yep, jump in. There's that life stealer. Hard shots onto Yawar. He gets silenced. He's able to go back and tag the shrine. Now he wants to go back in and fight it out, but they're not quite getting their targets. They're waiting. They drop the vacuum and the wall, but DC make it back outside. Oh, that is a hard spell to commit now for your defense. DC just straight up walk back and away, satisfied with their winnings. Because they took down that tier 3, this means that they can now get more money secured by finishing the shrines.
There is not a single kiting item on the side of Team Freedom yet. You need to have one against Nikes. I see Darkseer has one queued up for staff, but he doesn't want to buy it. He wants to save the buyback if they focus him. But they needed it, this fight and the previous one, just to remove the focus from the Storm, force him out of the fight.
Oh, mid lane, they have that coil set up onto Snaking. He does get the help with the glimpse send back. If Boba wants to charge in, it looks like Snaking's going to be fine. Shrugs off the gank, thanks to his team, and makes it back mid. I mean, you make a good point. A lot of these mobility items would be very useful to try to kite away Mason, but we got to give credit to Abed. He's been laying down some sick coils and allowing Mason to be right inside the fight. Difficult for Freedom to even step away, but it is going to be something to deal with here. Mason now has a double damage rune as he ascends into the mid lane. Oh my god, look at the damage on this tower.
That's easy, so
CCNC, this is a straight up jump. He's not looking to TV back to the fountain and puts all of his focus onto Mason. Mason is going to get hit with the Grave. They have the Static Storm, the pullback vacuum, the kinetic field, all to hold him inside. But can they even get down that Aegis? No! They turn back onto CCNC and they will be able to finish him off. He's forced to buy back as this is the final hurrah for Freedom for game number 1. DC could back out now, make the safe play, and really have a leverage in this game, but it seems like that might be the play. Freedom are in desperation mode at this point. After repositioning, it looks like they're not going to be able to get anything from this. And they straight up throw in the towel. Game number 1 of this grand final is going to belong to Digital Chaos.
they had so much lead that they threw it all away.